Can I have you? I'm writing down your information. May I have your name and your badge number again?
It's Helms 10724, but again, if this is not a police matter, it may not be of any relevance, so what can I do to help you?
Okay. I do you investigate if someone committed a crime that hinders someone's child custody rights?
That's usually a civil matter, and in very extreme cases will it become a criminal matter. In that scenario, yes.
Okay. Well, what is the extreme cases as a criminal matter? What if it's a lot of
Can you just
conspirators?
tell me what you have, so that way I can try to help you? Because if we go through all the weeds, this is going to be a longer conversation. When you just tell me what you got, I can try to help you better.
Okay. Multiple parties have conspired. Well, can you tell me if who the legal custodial parent of is of my child? I mean, who the legal custodial parent is? I don't know because I keep getting multiple stories. Can you tell me
No,
who the?
that's determined in family courts. We don't have access to that.
Oh, can you find out?
No, we don't have access to that.
Okay, because when I call the family courts, they don't want me to know because that people can't get their story straight.
I don't know what to tell you in that scenario because that's records that is maintained through the family courts. It's not public record that police departments have access to.
Okay, so as a courtesy, you're as an investigator and there's criminal activity going on, you're unwilling to find out, get to the bottom of what's going on with my child custody rights.
A report would have to be submitted to me, by which case then the case would get assigned to me, and then I would conduct.
Oh, okay. Well, let me give you the report number and let's see what went on with the investigator. Hold on.
Okay.
I reported some corruption to the police. 033713 2022. I reported it February 24th, 2022.
Okay, corruption of the police isn't a child custody matter.
Oh, no, I reported corruption of the police to hinder my child custody rights.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let me read this because it's coming through as an MIR.
Has it coming through as an MIR and it has a year behind it?
That's irrelevant. MIRs or any sort of report can be made in any year.
Okay. So, did these police officers tamper with evidence and sabotage an investigation for the crimes?
There's no evidence.
There's no investigation, so you can't obtain evidence if people are tampering with evidence committing crimes. It is not hard to see that when I was not given a right to an attorney. Multiple programs and advocacy.
Okay, I just realized I've talked to you before. We've gone over this thing before. Most of the stuff that you're reporting is not anything that's a police matter.
I don't know. Who investigates hindering a child custody agreement? That's a felony.
You're not being hindered. You're not following the orders according to these reports.
Okay, I was just told by a CPS worker that my rights weren't taken away.
Okay, right, but your rights weren't taken away, but the order states that you only have minimized supervision.
Okay, so if my rights aren't taken away, how can they?
According to the court order, you have supervised visits on Saturdays for 2 hours.
Okay, and family place.
It says here that you believe the court order is being violated, which it's not. You're just not happy with the order, and that's not a violation. If you feel that the court order is not accurate, your job is to go back to family court, and present your case as to why you should have expanded custody. But this idea that you can't tamper with evidence because it's a felony, your supervised visits, corruption, sabotage, tampering with evidence, or you said it's not anything that's going to be impacted in a civil court case or in a child custody case.
Okay, well, can I ask some questions?
You can. I've answered them before, but go ahead.
Okay, so when James Hastings made false statements in administrative review that can be proven in the handwritten letters that I wrote, I'm not finished. I would like to give you the evidence as an investigator. Are you tampering with evidence, sir? Because I would like to give you the information
I'm not
that way.
interested in your evidence because it's a civil matter.
Well, I'm trying to.
That's your allegation.
Why would you be rude with me, sir, and a caseworker falsified information and documentation to sabotage my child custody
I
rights?
understand where you're coming from, but I'm not interested in going in circles on this.
You're an investigator. What do you mean you're not interested in going in circles? I'm a child youth division, so how can I get anything resolved if people interrupt the evidence and don't want me to report
That's not
crimes?
interrupting evidence. That's a
Okay,
civil
well,
matter.
let me finish, sir. Well, I want to get routed to the right place to report these crimes because I've been trying to report it years. Hold on. Let me give you everything before you. It's like you're committing a crime, tampering with evidence, which is a felony.
I'm not
Okay,
committing
well
a
let
crime
me
or
get
tampering with evidence. I'm
let
finding
me
that
get
your
to the
statements
bottom.
are
I don't
not anything
understand why you
related to the
guys would
criminal matter.
mistreat a mom like this that is hysterical and trying multiple parties are committing the crime of hindering child custody rights. Not let me verbalize what's going on and getting education on what's criminal and who handles it. So when
It's
he
not
made
criminal. I've said that many times.
it's like you're more like you're covering for it, sir, than trying to be an assistance.
No,
So
I'm telling you that the
I
place
think
that you
that
get
you are
your
intentionally trying to
redress
interrupt
is through
evidence
civil
because you're
court.
committing crimes. That's what I
Okay,
think.
I'm gonna be okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and terminate because if I can't even finish the sentence to tell you that this is a civil matter, your mind's
You're
made up and you just don't
gaslighting
know what to
me.
do
I
with that.
haven't been able to address what my concerns are with you
Right.
and to
Your concerns
get
are
the
not something
investigation.
that is a police matter.
Okay, so if a child custody rights are being hindered, that's a felony. Who investigates that?
That's a civil matter by the Dallas County District Attorney's Office. We would investigate it, but right now, nobody is interfering with child custody. You are not happy with the custody order. That is a family court issue. That's a civil issue. You need to go back to the courtroom. You need to go to the judge, and you need to tell him why it is that this order is not
Yes,
sufficient
sir.
for you or for your
You're
children.
gaslighting me because you're not letting me talk, and that what you're saying is inaccurate. I made multiple reports in some kind of way. You guys keep getting things misconstrued. If I have supervised visits, first off, the supervised visits was obtained out of criminal activity that you're refusing to investigate, which is criminal. Second
No, that's not
off,
criminal activity. That's a courtroom decision. That's a legal binding
no,
order
multiple
that you have
parties
to
made
abide by.
false statements, making a family
Okay. Is there anything else I can do for you? Because I'm not going to go in
making
circles.
statements to the family court, sir. I need to know
Have
what
a good day, Ms.
directions. Making false statements to a family court is a crime.
This is Alejandro. May I help you?
What did I call?
This is the passport office.
Oh, I'm looking for the DA. I got the wrong number. Do you have the George Allen DA's number?
I don't, ma'am.
Okay, thank
Sorry.
you.
Fifth court?
Yes, do you have a district attorney there?
Not in this office, no.
Okay, well, if y'all want to report a district attorney crimes being committed under a case, where would I report that to? Where would I report that crime to?
I'm not certain. I don't know who the district attorney's office is under.
Can you find out? Because this is a family court, and I need to report that there's corruption behind my case.
Ma'am, I wouldn't know where to begin.
As this is a family court?
Yes.
Okay, well, we need to get a supervisor because you should have that education on if someone is making false statements to a family court. Where could I report that?
Okay, I'll get you a supervisor. One moment.
Okay.
Against children?
Yes, can I speak with an investigator?
Which one, ma'am?
I don't know. There was police are refusing to investigate some crimes against a child and some crimes that I've experienced as well. So I was told that I could possibly report the crimes to the district attorney and see why multiple reports are not being investigated and why they're denying me law enforcement.
Okay. Normally, we don't investigate cases. It has to go through the police department, and they investigate it and then turn it over to us if there's a crime that's been committed.
Oh, okay. Because what I'm saying is there's multiple reports that the police aren't investigating. So what has been going on for years is there's a revolving door because all agencies that I call are committing crimes and cover up for each other, which is criminal.
Okay.
So I don't really believe that the district attorney can assist with someone falsifying information in reports, sabotaging my child custody rights. I don't believe that. I think that multiple parties are conspiring together, committing crimes. I think that a district attorney investigator is supposed to see why I had all these multiple false arrests. They didn't. I think the district attorney is supposed to see what's going on with this case and why someone made false statements to the family court and why CPS won't investigate multiple different things. They won't do it because I think they're conspiring together.
Okay. Hold on just a moment, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. It's already paid for. I'm on hold. It's paid for. So they already got their money to commit these crimes. So it's the network to not get anything resolved. They paid for the conflict, so they're enforcing it. And someone may be asking, why don't I go in person? Well, they handcuffed me in person. They had called bailiffs in person. Called security, threatened the police in person. Hello? I keep getting put on hold. Answer, put on hold. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine. Hopefully you can give me some assistance and some direction. May I have your badge
Okay.
number?
I have my what?
Badge number.
I'm 539.
Okay, and this is for crimes against children?
No, this is, I'm the duty officer. So why don't you explain, they transfer all calls to me and I try to filter them out. So what exactly is the issue?
Okay, so I'm trying to get your position before I go into what's going on.
Oh, I am an investigator in organized crime.
Oh, that's who I need to
Like I
speak
said,
with. That's who I need to speak with. Okay, so there's
Okay.
multiple parties that have conspired together to hinder my child custody rights as a parent. James Hastings
Okay.
made false statements. Multiple parties have conspired together. So there's some kind of way my child custody rights were sabotaged, and I didn't get an attorney, which is the proper protocol, or advocate. So multiple different areas,
Okay.
my rights have been violated. But my daughter has the person that my daughter's staying with has went up to the family court and made false statements too in conspiracy. I have no clue what the false statements are. Court can't make up their mind if I have child custody rights or if my parental rights were taken away. I don't know what's going on. And multiple parties do not want me to know the truth as well. But the reason why I'm calling the district attorney is that she got hit. And the CPS is unwilling to do an investigation to figure out what happened with her getting hit, and the police department. And I had multiple false.
Hit?
Huh? I'm sorry.
What do you mean she got hit?
She got someone hit her.
Okay.
It was very
What do you
vague
mean?
because I don't have access to talk to her. My child custody rights are being violated out of criminal activity.
Okay. What I'm saying is that did they cause injury? Was she seen by a doctor? Actually taken to a doctor?
I just wanted to know why police would not investigate who hit her and what happened. I don't have access to it, and why Child Protective Services won't investigate who hit her, and so I can know as a parent.
Okay, for one, without me knowing all parties involved and what the case is, like you say, if she was assaulted, that has to be reported to the police and let them start to investigate that.
Oh, ma'am, you misunderstood. The police are covering for the crimes and CPS, and I was told to contact the district attorney. I also tried to report to the district attorney multiple false arrests that they wouldn't investigate and call security to prevent the bailiff.
Can I get you to hold for a second?
Oh, sure. Okay. It's hard to report because people keep interrupting the crimes I'm trying to report. I am here.
Okay, great. I got you back. Okay. Okay, this is the deal. Without the crime being reported to the police so that they can investigate, I know you said the police are help covering up. There's not much this office can do.
Oh, ma'am, you put me on hold when I informed you that I reported to the district attorney that I had multiple false arrests from the police, and my right to go to court. I can't report it with you interrupting me, ma'am. So I had multiple false arrests, and I came in to report it in person, and then was removed by the bailiff. So that is the district attorney's responsibility. I don't know why they would tamper with evidence and violate my rights and not investigate why I have multiple false arrests, and not investigate why parties with courts are making false statements together and conspiring together to sabotage my parental rights. I don't know why you want to investigate the police committing the crimes on these multiple reports by not investigating them.
What is your last name?
Clark is Clark.
Spell it again for me.
Clark.
Okay, Clark.
Right.
Your first name?
It's Keyana, Keyana. So what is the role of the district attorney? Maybe I'm not familiar. What does the district attorney do?
What is your date of birth? Is to prosecute criminal offenses that's been committed, that were reported and committed. Now, you're saying that the police department and the Child Protective Services and anyone else involved with removing the child from your custody is covering for each other. So that's pretty much what you're saying?
That's correct.
Okay. So you still have a child custody case pending, is that not true?
I have no clue what's going on. So I have a child custody case pending. Is that correct?
No, I'm asking you.
I don't know. I don't know. They don't want me to know. The multiple parties are scheming and committing crimes to keep me away from my child. That's what I'm trying to report to the district attorney. The police wouldn't take it and told me to go to you. I came in there in person, and they weren't being honest and lying about the investigating the case. It was on camera footage. They can see me on camera footage and on the body cams trying to report abuse on DART. Police comes in, intervenes and arrests me. They denied recreation, which is a crime. They denied medical, which is a crime. They put me in isolation. Multiple other things that people wouldn't believe. So what I'm trying to figure out is why with the district attorney, are you guys conspirators with the other? Is it, am I a targeted individual? Why would all these people cover
you're not,
for?
Ma'am.
Okay, well then explain to me why the district attorney called the bailiff to prevent me from reporting the child abuse, the abuse I experienced in the false arrest, which is easily proven on body cam footage. You can see me trying to report to Cedric Bivens, excuse that I experienced on DART, multiple bus drivers leaving me and doing strange things, locking me on trains, getting threatened, and police and bus drivers covering for it. You can see all of this. They have cameras and everything on DART and mics. So if someone would have listened to my cries and reviewed that camera footage, you can see this man arresting me tampering with evidence, which is a felony. Then you can see on another day that this man rushed to me.
They charge you with criminal trespass.
I think, ma'am, it's like you're covering for it, because if it's on camera footage and I'm explaining what happened, it's like you're covering for it. I'm telling you the truth.
I'm only talking about what I read here.
Right, I know. How can I get a criminal trespass at DART customer service? Are you covering for it?
Well, it's the Dallas Police, the Addison Police, and DART Police. They all seem to be charging you with the same thing.
Right. Yeah, and that I don't know why the district attorney wouldn't call a bailiff to prevent me from reporting it. Because it's on camera footage. You could see that the police were scheming with Red Roof, came in and intervened in me, making calls on my phone, trying to get help and advocacy to get out of a situation. It's all on body cam footage. It's not up for debate. They can go, I mean, it is a crime.
Do you have a mental health counselor?
I don't know what that has to do with things being on body cam footage, ma'am. Because they're trying to frame me with mental illness to cover up for crimes is a criminal offense. If you're trying to frame me with mental health issues so you guys can get away with crimes, that's criminal, ma'am. That's a felony. That would be tampering with evidence, and conspiracy to violate civil rights is up to 10 years on the FBI page. That's criminal for you to try to frame me with mental illness so this multitude of people can get away with their crimes. Hindering prosecution is a crime as well. And if you're trying to prevent these people from getting their consequences by framing me with mental illness, that's criminal. And
I'm not trying to frame you for that. I'm just trying to see if you have a counselor, maybe I can talk to them and then they can.
We're talking about why the DA on body cam footage refused to investigate why this man interrupted me doing a complaint to Cedric Bivens. And why 10 or 11 police always knew when I was going to be at bus stops and kind of pinpointed where I was going to be at and arrested me for catching the bus. That's violating my civil rights. Well, this is the district attorney. You do have the arrest, and you do see that they tamper with evidence and put in their criminal trespass. But I don't understand why you would risk your livelihood and commit crimes as well if that's in the report and you're unwilling to investigate it. Because it's all on body cam footage, and with any kind of simple investigation, you can see that someone is sabotaging my rights. How do you get a criminal trespass from catching a bus, and how do you get a criminal trespass for trying to report an issue to customer service? How did I get a criminal trespass at Red Roof Inn, calling places begging for my life on the phone? There's too many criminal trespasses. That's a red flag. Someone is committing crimes. I tried to communicate that to the district attorney, but she called the bailiff and lied and schemed to prevent me from reporting it, which is criminal. So I don't know why people try to take control of the issue by asking me if I have a mental health provider. We wouldn't need to question that if you guys would review the camera footage and stop interrupting evidence. If you're indeed doing that, multiple parties wanting to frame me and abuse their power, that is criminal. So you have just committed a crime, along with multiple other parties. We still have not got down to the bottom of how we can get investigation for all this criminal activity. And this is the district attorney. I have went in person, but they called the bailiff to prevent it. I went to the Texas Rangers. Police intervened and arrested me there. So I think despite you guys' lies and cons, I believe that I'm targeted. And I think that you guys are involved in a lot of criminal activity which is federal, and trying to keep me as a targeted individual. And I think you're trying to control me with mental health people in mental health facilities and all this chaos to get away with your crimes, which is also criminal. So we haven't, like, multiple calls and me running around all this time. I don't really get anything resolved. Are you denying me investigation? Or is the district attorney also aiding and conspiring to deny me investigation? Because you have a responsibility, if I'm reporting that I have false arrest, to investigate it and not try to ask me if I have a mental health professional. When it's on camera footage, you don't need it.
Ma'am, I don't think we'll be able to help you.
Okay, so are you denying services, ma'am? Why would the district attorney deny me the right to see what went on with these multiple false arrests? That's on camera footage that they are committing crimes and targeting me. That's a federal crime. Why would you conspire with it?
I don't know, but I don't think we'll be able to help you.
Oh, okay. I haven't been helped for years. So maybe, I don't know, ma'am. Okay, thank you.